Well, hello YouTube, and welcome to episode 15 of my save here with Bass City. This is NC Jester saying let's go along for the ride, and hey, let's go ahead and roll that beautiful intro music. Well, here we go, folks. It is episode 15 of my Bath City save here. We have 6 matches left in the season, so let's kind of see where we're at here. Showing you, I've got a new skin, so kind of let me know what you think about this. Is there too much on here? Is there not enough? I kind of like it because the colors seem to pop to me, but hey, tell me what you think here. Looking at this, I just want to kind of show you the results that we get. And last time we were with you, we played Ebbsfleet and played that very boring 0-0 draw. But we turned around and went away to Dartford, and that's the match I was thinking about live streaming, and I wish or live comment, I wish I would have, because we had a much better result. We ended up winning 2-0 on that one. If you can see, it was pretty even. 18 shots to 12, 5 and 5 on target. Clear-cut chances 4 versus 1, but we took advantage of the times that we had. Committed way too many fouls, 19 fouls, but was really pleased with what I saw. This Mod Jolly, I don't even know how to say, Spat, I guess his first name, ended up getting player of the match. And let's go ahead, and he scored in the 80th minute, Lee Marshall in the 82nd. And let's go ahead and take a look and see how the guys did this thing. This first one's going to come off of a set piece. Lee Murphy's in the corner, he clears it over, and it's Spat, I don't know, it just does a beautiful shot there and turns around and pivots on his left foot and right foots it right into the goal. And Phillips clears it down to Diallo. Fleetwood's bringing it down, crosses it over to Spat, over to Hunter, back to Ish, and that beautiful left footer there, he just kind of taps it over to Lee Marshall. Love the way they set this thing up, and that's the way this one ends up 2-0. We then come back home, and we play Hempstead, and Hamadi gets sent off in this thing. It's a stupid sending off. We're leading 2-0. I figured the match is in the hand. No problem at all. He commits a stupid foul, and within 4 minutes they draw a level, and that's the way the thing ends up. I'm going to go ahead real quick and show you the goals on that one. I'm going to continue to use that zoom vertical angle because I think it shows kind of the way they move the ball around on us. But Hamadi, I ended up finding him a weak salary over that because it's just a really stupid penalty. But let's take a look at the goals and see how those came about. This is the first goal. Shaquille pushes it up to Nabi. Nabi out to Martin, and a beautiful shot in there. Fleetwood gets a beautiful header in there. Setup was wonderful. You know, like I said, I thought this one was really going to be a piece of cake for us. Nabi goes in, scores on a PK. 2-0 up, 47th minute. I thought, okay, no problem. We've got this thing in the bank. They turn around and they get this on a corner and just split right through the defense. Steve Phillips just plays it out of position, goes in. That's his first goal of the season again, and he draws it up. But I figure, okay, we're still not in too bad a shape. 4 minutes later, here they go, once again, right in front of us. We don't do a good clearance. Alexander pushes it back into Porter, and another beautiful shot there. Ends up level 2-0, 2-2. I was really disappointed in that result. Both of those goals were first goals of the season, so not a good result for us all the way around. We then traveled away to Eastbourne to play Eastbourne Borough, and this match ends up 4-3. Eastbourne pretty much dominated us. I mean, we played the 4-4-2 this time. I thought it might help us out. Did help us with possession, but pretty much everything else except for the final score, they owned us on it. So one of the goals was an own goal, but I'm going to go ahead and show you all of these, and we can take a look and see how this thing transpired. 7 goals, it's an awful lot, but I want you to see how the match play goes in this thing. This is the first score of the match. Worrell is bringing it down the right side. I figured the guys are in good positions, crosses it over to Stevens, and it goes off Nagasi. I mean, he just not paying attention to what he's doing at all. Here we draw level. Frankie Artis does the header in, and Manny's going to go down, get possession of the ball. He turns around, gives it back to Lee Martin. Beautiful delivery down there to Frankie Artis. Frankie turns around, and we're going to see that they try to take the ball from him back to Lee Martin, over to Murphy. And Murphy lays it back to Frankie Artis. They move the ball around real well. Shaquille Hunter, beautiful delivery in there, and a nice header. Draws us level. That's Spat again. With a beautiful header, 4th goal of the season. He was complaining about not getting enough playing time. I put him in, and it's paying off. Murphy gets control of it here. This is the 3rd goal. Fleetwood loses it, but it goes back to Manny. Manny plays a beautiful through ball to Fleetwood again, and they're collapsing down on Fleetwood bad. Frankie Artis is giving a delivery in there to Murphy. Murphy over to Spat. Nobby, beautiful. I love that delivery in there, going back across the goal like that to Fleetwood. Fleetwood's got 32 goals for us this season. He's just having a phenomenal season for us. I've noticed, and I like this camera angle because it lets me see how they're collapsing down on my guys. We get really sloppy here and give up this goal. I'm really disappointed in the way things happen here. I think this is the one. They move the ball around on us real well. We're not closing them down. Yeah, just bad positioning all the way around. No, they set that up beautifully. 2-2, 38th minute. I thought this is getting crazy. We've got 4 goals in the first 38 minutes. We get a throw in here, bad delivery on it. They're going to go down, and they take the lead on this one. Romaine once again is bringing it down. I had him closed down, left Stevenson completely uncovered in front of the goal, and you can see 6th goal of the season. They're up 3-2, 43rd minute. But here we go, 45th minute. Nobby's going to throw it into Shaquille. Beautiful over there to Nobby, I'm sorry. Gets it on, and he scores his 6th goal of the season. 46th minute, we're level once again, 3-3. I played around with the tactic a little bit here. Manny's going to do the throw in to Spat. Over to Lee Martin, and a beautiful ball in there. Shaquille Hunter does a nice header, and Nobby puts it in the box or in the goal for the victory. I was really pleased with the way they fought back on this thing. I thought we were going to be in trouble, but they fought back. They had a great match on it. So let's go ahead and look at where we're at next. We then traveled away again. I stayed with the 4-4-2 formation. We played Gosport, and as you can see, it came out a 0-0 draw. We just played really sloppy. I mean, it was a balanced match if you looked at the statistics, but we just couldn't get anything going with it at all. A lot of our delivery was down the middle. I like to kind of exploit the left a little bit. We didn't seem to do that, so we didn't take advantage of Shaquille's presence over there, and it showed. We did not have a good match, and there's really no highlights to show you on this one. Let's go ahead, and our last match that we had was a 1-1 draw at home against Weldstone. This one, I had another. Franz got sent off on a second booking. I also fined him 1 week's salary, and he complained about it, but he's going to just have to get over it because that was just stupid play on our part. This one here, we actually did take advantage of the left side, but it did not work the way I wanted it to. So let's take a look at those goals real quick. Shaquille Hunter's going to get player of the match on this, and let's see how we put this thing together. The goals in this thing come pretty quick. You're going to see this one comes off of a free kick. Wellard lines up. He takes it right over the wall and into the corner of the net. And that was just, I don't know, I don't know if that's an FM thing or what, but that was pretty bad. Manny's going to do the throw in here to Spat over to Nabi Diallo. He's going to push it out to Lee Murphy, back to Spat. Gets a recovery there, but Shaquille comes in and does a beautiful strike over on his right foot. 15th goal of the season. Gives us a 1-1 draw in that thing. Not a bad place for us to be. If we go ahead now, and I want to just take a look at the table, because we're going to be playing Maidenhead at home. And the reason I want to do that is this is where we're at. We are sitting top of the table, clear by 4 points. Maidenhead is sitting in 5th position after 36 played. They've got 61 points. It's going to be a tough one for us. The pundits are saying that we should win this one pretty easily, but our form is kind of taking a hit. If you look at this here, we've only out of all these matches, we've only won 4. We've drawn 4 and drawn 5, and won 4. I don't like that. I mean, if you look here at the beginning, first part of the season, we were on a pretty good roll there. We had 1 loss, 2 losses, and everything else was a victory. And so this is something we've got to take a look at. Scrolling back through here, we had a good run at the beginning, and that really helped us out. The thing that I think is interesting with this is if we take a look at the table, like I said, here we are sitting at the top. If we go down and look at the season preview, here is Bath, projected to be 21st, 300-to-1 odds of getting promoted, and we are sitting top of the table. So I tell you, folks, I'm getting nervous about this thing because I didn't expect us to be here. Here is the update. It's April 1st. Here is the update. They are ecstatic with the way we're doing things. I have brought in one other staff member, and I'll kind of highlight that at the end of the season for you. We've been renewing some contracts and getting some extensions from people, just kind of as we're moving forward. But what I want to do right now is let's go ahead, let's get everything set up, and let's play this live match and see if we can pull 3 points out of this thing. Well, here we are looking at this. The pundits saying that we are the favorites, but the radio announcers are saying they think Maidenhead is going to win this. I'm setting up right now in my standard 4-2-3-1. I may change that because they're liking to shut down Fleetwood right now. I've got Phillips across the back, Manny, Franz, Jack Baton, and Carl Martin across the back, Frankie Artis and Billy Murphy in the middle, Nobby and Spat and Shaquille Hunter are my attacking midfielders, and Fleetwood up front. They are in a 4-4-2 with Deer in goal, Cox, Macy, Inman, Massey, Simpson across the back, Flisher, Forbes, I'm not even trying that one, and Muley across the middle, and Obafemi and Puni are their strikers. So let's go ahead and give them their instructions and have the team talk, and we'll join you for the match. Well, here we go. We've given them their team instructions, and we have given them their pep talk. Seems to be okay. We've got 4 guys that responded from it. Everybody else is listening keenly. I've got it set up on control, and it's the 4-2-3-1. If I have to, I can go to the 4-4-2. But let's go ahead and get them out on the pitch and see how this thing goes. Looks like it's an overcast day on this thing, walking out on the pitch. One thing I want to tell you guys, and I'll be honest about this, I wear bifocals. So if you see me kind of tilting my head around, moving my head in funny ways, it's because I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at on the match. I may change this camera angle back because I'm not sure how I'm... And Hamadi's going to already get a yellow card. Gee whiz. Let's go ahead and put him on. I'm going to pause this real quick because I want to change this camera. Sorry about that. Yep. And I want to change this behind goal low. So it looks like Spat's got the ball. He plays it back to Lee Martin. Martin's back to Spat. Stuart Fleetwood over to Shaquille, hits the post. Ah, Christ, not another one of these matches. And it looks like we're going to not have any other highlights. I hate to say it, but if I can actually pull a draw out of this thing, I'll be happy with the way the side's playing right now. Lee Murphy's going to bring the ball down, get it under control, plays it over to Nabi Diallo. Nabi is got bad pass and loses possession. But Lee Martin gets it back, plays it over to Murphy. Frankie Artis has it. They're playing him tight over to Shaquille. Shaquille is going to play it out to Manny Mont. Manny plays it back into Murphy, over to Stuart Fleetwood. Back over to Murphy, take a shot, and over to Fleetwood again. There he is, yes! There we go, 1-0, 24th minute. That was a beautiful play set up there. That's what I like to see from the guys, moving the ball around, making a nice play shot. Murphy's going to play it up into Stuart Fleetwood. I thought the keeper was going to come out there. He just misplayed it. If he'd have fallen on that, that would have been the end of that possession there. But that was really, really good. I like to see that. And we're getting yellow cards thrown all over the place. It looks like we're taking a free kick. Shaquille's got it back to Manny. This camera angle is really weird. Shaquille's back to Manny again. Manny's back over to Shaquille, and they lose possession. And I hope they don't get us on the counter because Pony is going wide open with nobody there, and he misses it. Oh, wow. He had the keeper out of position. Phillips was playing way out of position, and he just missed it. So I'm not going to complain about that. It looks like we're going into the halftime. They're playing well. I'm going to see if I can keep them on that. They're going well, but I know they can do even better. It looks like they responded good to that one. Let's go ahead and see if we can get these guys to respond a little bit more. I know they can get better. And that one, let's see. I think they're doing good. Yep. And let's see if we can get... And he doesn't respond. Let's see what we can do on this second half. If we look at the stats, we're dominating the stats on this one. Let's see if we can continue this. If we can come out with at least 1.3 would be phenomenal. I know we're playing at home. One of the things I've noticed is our attendance has went up dramatically. We were averaging about 600 a match at home. Now we're averaging over 1,000 the second half of the season. And that's going to be a huge boost for us. The more that we can go with this thing with no highlights, the better I feel about it. It looks like we're sitting on 6 points lead. Come on, Manny. And Manny gets a yellow card. Let's not get crazy here, guys. Okay, hold on just a second. I'm going to take a look at this. We're in the 80th minute. And I want to take a look at the side, make sure I don't have anybody that's too tired. Frankie Artis is sitting at 63. Let's go ahead and put Lee Marshall in there. I don't want him to get too tired. So let's give Frankie a break. And I don't see any other... Let's go, have him get out there and make a difference. And let's see, Phillips is going to play it in. Stewart gets it, takes control of it, plays it out to Shaquille. He's bringing it down the left side, crosses it in, right to the keeper. That would have been nice for us to be able to get something like that. Give ourselves a little bit of cushion. I'm always concerned when I see this highlight coming up like this. Beautiful ball from the keeper, and he just, there it is. Shit. Wow. Good God. The form has went to hell in a handbasket. We give up a stupid one like that. And now we're getting penalized everywhere. Manny's going to take it on a throw-in. Shaquille's got it. Plays it in. There we go. Nobby. Ha, you saint you. 88th minute. Can that win it for us? Manny's going to do the throw-in. Spat gets the header over to Shaquille. Shaquille crosses it in front. Nobby a header in the far post. Wow. Are we going to pull this thing out? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to set them back. I know because we're probably going to be looking at some stoppage time as well. And let's pull them back, retain possession, waste some time. Playing it up to Stewart. Fleetwood's going to play it up to Spat. I've got to learn how to say his name. Over to Shaquille. Shaquille's going to cross it in. And we get a third one. Marshall plays it off of, it comes off of the defender. Lee Marshall gets it in. 3-1. Yeah, we are going to win this thing. Beautiful movement on the ball there, guys. Shaquille brings it down. He crosses it in. Lee Marshall takes it, hits it. It hits the defender in the chest, deflects off the defender, and we pull up 3-1. 89th minute, we're back in defensive. We got 2 minutes of stoppage time. And here it is. They've got a throw in. We hit it out, and there it is. Jesus. 91st minute. How did we not clear that thing? I mean, we left a guy there wide open. Everybody way out of position. Hell, my grandma could have hit that thing. 92nd minute. Hopefully this is the final highlight here. There it is, 3-2. Golly Neds, that one was unbelievable. You may not think of anything, but I'm pleased with them. They did well with that. Let's go ahead and look at the final stats on this thing. Where does this leave us? We are sitting still 6 points up on the table. They predicted Maidenhead to win, and we pulled this thing out. Shots on goal, we won that. On target, more clear-cut chances. They had more than us. We had 53% possession. So overall, I'm really pleased with how the guys did. Oh my gosh, I don't know if my old heart can handle this thing, but here we are, setting up, still top of the table. And let's take a look at that real quick. Yep, there we are, 6 points clear. Ebbsfleet has now jumped over. We have still got just a phenomenal way of looking at this. Let's take a look at the schedule, see where we're going to be back at. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more matches. Looks like the big one here is going to be this Chelmsford match. I mean, just kind of looking at everything, Chelmsford is set in 4th. We don't play Whitehawk or Ebbsfleet anymore. So I think that Chelmsford match is going to be it. So we're either going to do that one live, or we may do the Welling. I may come back and do Chelmsford and then see what happens. But that's kind of where we're looking at. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can handle this. Great victory for the guys, though, against Maidenhead. Really pleased with how they were doing. Well, there we go, folks. Episode 15 of the Bath City Save. Finally got a victory on live stream for you, live com. I'll get it right one of these days. Hell, who knows? I might get it right one of these days. But anyway, fantastic. We're still sitting top of the table, 300-to-1 odds, and here we are. Wonderful result for us. If you like what we're doing here and you have not done so, go ahead and hit the subscribe button there for me, folks. If you really like this episode, hit the like down there for me. Tell me what you think I'm doing. Give me some. Do you think we're going to hold on to this? Are we going to be able to hang on there on the top of the table and get automatic promotion? Anyway, episode 15 is coming to a close. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope I see you back for episode 16. Y'all have a good one.